Good morning, YouTube. It's been a few weeks. Sorry about that. I don't know why. I don't know. I have no explanation why I have not been posting like I said I was. Call me a liar if you want. I don't know. I just get distracted. I've been trying to keep up to date daily with my TikTok, with my journey. So that and just some uneasy days. So on July 20th, 2023, so about a week and a half ago, I went in for bariatric surgery, also known as weight loss surgery. I had the gastric sleeve done. Oh boy, around like 12 noon. I was discharged the next day on July 21st. And my behind has been home ever since. I was about to say my black ass, but you know, whatever. Still said it anyway. And today's my first day back at work. So I've been out since the 19th. And here I am, 31st, back at work, going to give it a try. The journey has not been easy so far. I know it's a new journey, like I've been saying. It's a new path, things of that nature. But all in all, I'm all right. I am. It's just that some moments, some days, not even moments, some days I can have a good moment and later on in the day I have a bad moment. Or maybe not a bad moment, but a sucky moment per se. Like, for example, Saturday I was here by myself, my boyfriend had to work, and I was up and I was fine, feeling perfectly fine. Went to go take a shower. After I got out of the shower, I just felt so lightheaded and was like, yeah, I need to sit down. And all I did was just take a shower. So I had sat down in the bed for a while until I got myself together. And that was just me being in the house. Another example I can give, you know, like yesterday, I had my protein shake and something else. We went out, had to grab some stuff to meal prep for my pureed stage. Hopefully that goes through next week when I go to my follow-up appointment with my doctor. That gets approved for me to move on to the pureed stage. So I'd bought some stuff. And I'd want to go to GNC and try picking up a couple of protein bars because I had a hiccup on the Tuesday, whatever day Tuesday was, I think the 25th. We had went out to take his mom to some doctor's appointments, which is fine. And they said it was gonna be an all-day affair, but I did not think it'd be all day at the one place, which is the hospital, which is fine. I was like, well, you know, it's a hospital. I can find something there. I didn't bring any protein shakes with me because when I brought my aunts back to the airport, when we brought them back, because he had to drive. I haven't been able to drive since I've had the surgery. Doctor's orders, no driving for 2 weeks. So when we drove my aunts back to the airport on Saturday, 2 days after my surgery, I was drinking my protein shake in the car as he was driving. I had to take my time a little bit, you know, fresh out of surgery for 2 days. You know, everything's still swollen and tight, whatever. So I was taking my time drinking, finished drinking the shake. After it settled in my stomach, I started to feel nauseous, and I realized because I was drinking in the car because I was not nauseous in the hospital at all. And so I was discharged. I was able to handle the protein shake down in the hospital. So why am I feeling nauseous now? I'm in a moving vehicle with a new stomach. So I was like, okay, well, I know not to drink a protein shake while he's driving, stuff like that. Or even when I get to my driving phase where I can drive again, I'm not going to drink in the car while driving because I don't want this nauseous feeling while I'm behind the wheel. So we went out on Tuesday. I did not bring a protein shake with me because I was like, no, I'll find something because I don't want to get nauseous while he's driving if I attempt to drink the shake again. Whoo! Big mistake, big mistake, big mistake. And not really a big mistake. You know, his mom's a vet, so she has her appointments at the VA hospital and stuff like that. And so we were there pretty much all day. And, you know, it's like, well, we have a huge gap for her next appointment. So let's go to the cafeteria and get something. Okay, cool, no problem. So he went looking for me for soup or something like that because I've been trying to switch up my taste buds a little bit. And I have been drinking some soup, like thicker soups other than broth, because I'm on a full liquid diet now, not just clear liquid, 2 weeks prior to surgery, it was 2 weeks clear liquids. So broths and stuff like that, 10 calories or less, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But I'm on full liquids. I still have some broths, some soups, as long as they're strains, things like that, high in protein. So he was looking for soup for me. They had no soup. I was like, what kind of hospital does not have soup? And he's like, well, maybe for the day or at this particular time, but that's the only free time we had. So I was like, you know, I'll try and figure something out. Let me take a look. And so I walked around. I saw that boiled eggs and yogurt. And I was like, well, let me get these two. I'll mash up the boiled eggs really well with a fork or whatever. And I'll try and take my time with the yogurt. Because it's not Greek yogurt. It's regular yogurt. And stuff like that. So those eggs whooped my ass. And I say because I mashed them up as best as I could. Threw a little hot sauce in there, so like my boiled eggs with hot sauce anyway. Even though I got it so fine, or as close to fine as I can get, the egg stayed right here in my chest. Like some went down okay, but the rest just stayed right here. And I was trying to burp it out, and I couldn't. It was stuck. Didn't have any gastrics on me, nothing. And I was like, oh my God. So he went to the little store that's typically in hospitals. Luckily they had one. And got me some gastrics, and that's how that went. I took that, and I felt fine. I felt it move and break down what was going on over here. But since then, I was like, yeah, I need to pack myself a little protein diaper bag with protein shakes, and when I can, protein bars and whatnot, and protein waters. So I know I still get my protein in no matter where I am. If I don't have the availability to grab a shake or grab something that's high in protein that I can consume. So that's the reason for me grabbing protein bars, because once I hit periods for 2 weeks, and then it's soft foods. But I believe during the period stage, I can have protein bars if need be. It's just during this liquid phase, I can't have protein bars or protein powders. So I haven't been having any. And some transparency, like I have tested the waters a little bit, because in my TikTok community that I have, and even with the Discord I created for the bariatric community, with people I've befriended, there is no regulation set for the recovery on, you know, what steps need to be taken next. All this, what's taken next, like what's the next steps, are all based on the surgeon. So everyone's thing is different. People that have had the surgery after me, they're already on soft foods. And I'm just like, why are you jumping to your soft foods already? Where's your pureed? Where's your liquid diet? They're like, oh, I had 2 days post-op liquid. And after that, I'm pureed. Or after I'm soft food. I'm just like, well, why am I liquid diet for 2 weeks, and then pureed for 2 weeks, and then soft foods? So again, everyone's body is different. Everyone's doctor is different. So that's how I realized, even with the pre-op stuff, I noticed those differences as well. So I said, well, you know what? Since my body's been handling things well so far, let me just try something soft and see how my stomach handles it a little bit. I know I shouldn't have, but I did it anyway. I guess I'm being honest. So, you know, I want something that I knew that would be like super soft and whatnot. So we had gotten Chinese. I got chicken and broccoli. He got whatever he got. And I ate a couple of pieces, chewed it well as hell. Okay, well as hell. And got it down. It stayed down. No nausea, no discomfort. This, that, and the third. I let it sit, waited my 30 minutes. Then I drank something. And then a little later, I guess I was being a little greedy, so I went back for one more piece of chicken. And that I felt sit right here. And I said, okay. I said my body was full, but I was being greedy. So that's why the piece is stuck right here. I just spit it up. And that was that. That was fine. So I did that. And then yesterday in the morning, slightly same thing. Took a couple pieces of chicken, but this time I cut them real fine and ate them with a pair of chopsticks to slow it down. Smaller pieces, using chopsticks as well. That was fine. And it seems like I can handle that really well. I'm still drinking my protein shakes. I'm currently drinking Owen, because I'm lactose intolerant. But I've had some broccoli cheddar soup, which I've strained, and that sit really well with my stomach. And I've also had a little bit of chicken enchilada soup from Chili's in my stomach, and that's set pretty well. And then those both have dairy as well, and my stomach's been fine. I almost feel like having the surgery reverted my lactose intolerance. But to be on the safe side, I got plant-based protein shakes just because I'm like, nah, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm gonna stick with this. But that's that. I do have a TikTok by the name of Girls Fit, GARLZFIT, all one word. Same thing with an Instagram page, GARLZFIT, where I've been posting daily updates on the TikTok. And I do have a Discord server. Look for Lady Whitebeard. For the server, it'd be girlsfit_journey or new journey. That's just what I called it because it's a plethora of us. Or no, girlsfit_wellness journey. That's how I labeled it because it's everyone's new wellness journey. We're all taking care of ourselves by making such a commitment. And so I'm going to share some video footage and pictures from the day of surgery. I'm also going to just take one of my TikTok videos and add it here so you can see my incisions. And there's a short story with that particular TikTok of why one incision has a different patch than the others with the glue, the surgical glue that was put on them. But I want to sign off with this before I share those videos and pictures and clips and stuff like that. Weight loss surgery is not the easy way out. I've shared my story before in other videos on this page. It's not. For me, this was a last resort because I've tried everything under the sun. I've had gym memberships. You see I have a Peloton tread here. I've done keto. I've done vegan. I've done vegetarian. I've done pescatarian. I had a personal trainer at one point in time. I've lost weight and I've plateaued and my body has stayed there. I then injured my back to the point where I couldn't even use my Peloton for more than 5 minutes. Walking in the grocery store to do shopping hurt my back. Sitting in my work chair for too long hurt my back. Laying down in up one position for too long hurts my back. So I had to go to physical therapy just to get it to a point where I can function, but it still hurt doing those minor things. Sitting, sleeping, eating, trying to wash dishes, trying to cook. All of that for me personally, it was hard. These are simple things I should be able to do with no problem, but I couldn't because my back would hurt so bad. And because of that, I couldn't be as active as I wanted to be. I had a gym membership, but I couldn't even be in the gym on the treadmill for no more than 15 minutes. I could stretch, but for only so long. Going through weight loss surgery is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do, aside from going through the grief of losing my mother in 2011. You make this commitment to yourself. If you have a family of children and husband and wife, yes, it's for them because you want to be around for them on the long run, but you want to be around for you as well. And so I say that to say, all that to say, you're doing it for you. Every insurance, if you're going through insurance, each insurance company has their own program that you need to go through. For me, it was 6 months. Seeking approval from a psychologist, a primary care physician, and the dietitian meeting 6 times. It was a 6-month program, so once a month I'd meet with the dietitian. Also in doing so, I had to take time away from work for several doctor's appointments and nutrition appointments. I had to get a ultrasound done of my stomach to see if I had ulcers or, not ulcers, but like gallstones and stuff like that. Had to do an endoscopy. They stick a tube down my throat, check my stomach from the inside, again, more time off of work. Depending on the doctor, like I said, each person's program was different for pre-op and post-op. So for me, pre-op, 2-week clear liquid diet. And you're thinking, 2 weeks, I can do that. You can say that, but if you haven't done it, it's not as easy as you think. Fortunately for me, I lose my appetite quite often. And so I never know what I want to eat. I don't really get hungry until I hear my stomach say, hey, bitch, you gonna feed me? That's when I know I'm like, okay, well, I should eat something because I feel my stomach growling. So for me, I had that play in my arsenal where it helped me get through the 2-week clear liquid diet. But still, it's liquids. It's literally protein shakes, sugar-free Jello, no red. You're drinking Crystal Light or Crystal Light alikes, like the Whalers Light from Dollar Tree and Family Dollar and stuff like that. Broths with 10 calories or less, and Gatorade Zero or Mio. That's it. 2 weeks straight. Then the day before your surgery, they call, let you know. Of course, you can't eat anything up to 8 hours before your surgery. They want you to take a swig of something, at least to clean your palate, and that's about it. They take you in. I still, like, my hand's starting to bruise. Like, that bruise right there is from one of the IV ports. Yeah, story about that one. But anyway, that's another time. Another one in my arm. Then you go through the surgery. When I tell you, me personally, trying to function, waking up after the surgery was so hard. So hard. I truly felt like I was in the moon. I felt like I had been smoking with Snoop and Wiz for hours. Because that's how out of it I was after waking up after the surgery. You need to walk every 4 hours to get the circulation, prevent blood clots, things like that. Had to call someone to help unplug me so I can go use the bathroom. And then using the bathroom, I had to pee in some kind of bucket thing because they had to measure how much pee I was letting out. I could only drink 2 ounces of liquid every hour. So that's 2 little medicine cups. The little medicine cups that come to the Robitussin or whatever. 2 of those. An hour. That's it. That's all you're allowed, an hour. The next day, truly post-op day 1, they give you a protein shake to see if you can handle it. Fortunately for me, I was able to hold it down, but it took me forever. It took me literally like 3-4 hours just to drink about a quarter of a protein shake. But they were happy to see that I got that much down. Like the doctor that came in, she's like, oh my God, you drink that much? I was like, yeah, it took me a while. She goes, it may have taken you up, but you still got it down. Did you feel nauseous? And I was like, no. She's like, okay, well, you know, from what you're doing, I think you're ready to go home. So then sent my ass home, give me a whole bag full of drugs to take. And I shouldn't call it drugs. Medicine. I have 4 prescriptions that was given to me. But then it's trying to function. And if you're in a household where it's just you, that's not good. They want to make sure you have someone to take care of you because they don't want you doing too much overexerting yourself. So I can't drive for 2 weeks. This is my 2nd week coming Thursday. So I'm driving myself for my appointment next week because I'm past the 2-week stage. But from there, you have to force yourself to get in protein shakes on top of at least 64 ounces of liquids. The protein shakes don't count towards your liquids for hydration. For me, I have to drink 2 protein shakes a day and get in at least 60 to 64 ounces of sugar-free liquids. So that's water, Gatorade Zero, the Crystal Light packets, the Mop Crystal Light packets. If I happen to drink broth or whatever, that stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot for your new stomach. The sleeve, they cut a piece of your stomach, and your stomach, what's left inside, is about the shape of a banana. If you have the bypass, you're left with a stomach that's the size of an egg. And you want people to drink, for my program, 2 protein shakes and at least 64 ounces of liquid. That's a lot. Your body's still changing. Our stomachs are still trying to be like, yo, what the fuck do you do to me? It's really a lot. Yes, we may lose weight rapidly during the liquid phase. My pre-op phase, I lost 20 pounds pre-op, just on the protein shakes and clear liquids. Okay, I'm not eating, so yeah, I'm going to be losing weight. I'm literally just drinking protein shakes to stay alive. Same thing for the pre-op. You know, for me, 2 weeks drinking. Last I checked, I just checked because someone was saying, you should check. Fine, I'll check. I lost about 10 pounds since my surgery. Okay, but I know, like I said, I've been nibbling on some solid food. But also, I don't understand why some people are so pressed to check their weight after surgery. Your body's still swollen. We were on IVs literally the entire time. They did blood work, and so my sodium was down by 2 points. It's supposed to be at 135, it was at 133, and they sent them to give me a new IV bag. So I had another bag of IV. Your body's swollen. You're taking in liquids. Why are you weighing yourself? But again, that's everyone's choice to do their own thing. That's them. Me, I have no care to weigh myself while I'm still home in recovery. Whatever my weight is at the doctor's office, I'm going to take that and call it a day. Because I've noticed weighing myself here and weighing myself at the doctor's office are two different numbers every fucking time. So whatever I see here, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. What I see at the doctor's office, that's what I'm going to consider my true weight. So, there's that. But going through this process, once your stomach's finally healed, it takes up to 4 weeks. Ain't nobody got time to take 4 weeks off of work. Our bodies are changing. Like I said earlier, something as simple as taking a shower left me lightheaded. I was sitting in the kitchen yesterday, literally just putting stuff in my crock pot to prepare for my period stage next week. So I put in the freezer. I literally just put stuff in the crock pot. Nothing else. Got up to get some water and Gatorade, blah, blah, blah. And went to the living room to go do something. And I automatically stumbled and fell back. And my boyfriend's like, go sit down. And I was like, yeah, because I felt myself getting nauseous. And the lightheadedness kick in. Granted, we were outside for a while, but we had been inside for a good minute. I keep the house at 68 degrees at all times. So I was not overheated. Even if that was an assumption. It's stuff like that we're going through in the very beginning stages. We have to, well, it's suggested. Not everyone will follow it, but it is suggested that we use baby utensils to eat. Because that's the right size bite that we should be eating when we eat for our stomachs. Baby utensils. I bought a pack, by the way. I'll include a clip of my baby utensils I picked up. But we have to use baby utensils when we eat. Because if we use adult, regular, normal size forks and spoons, that's too much food at one time that we're trying to eat to get through the new pathway to the new stomach. Well, not new pathway, but to the new stomach. And that's just too much food. We still have to exercise. We have to watch our diets. So there's nothing easy about going through weight loss surgery. We're still doing diet and exercise. And the diet is a whole lot different. It's not even a diet, it's a lifestyle change that we're going through. If we have more than maybe 10 grams of sugar, my package is 8. I'm giving myself to 10 because I know certain things that I can't find lesser than 8 grams or lesser than 10 grams of sugar. So I say 10 for myself personally. But if something has more than 10 grams of sugar in it, instant dumping syndrome, instant cramping, instant running to the bathroom, whether it's food, whether it's a drink, our worst nightmare. Instantly. If you like carbonated beverages, I love me some seltzer. I have to wait 6 weeks before I can even attempt to drink seltzer. Because there's a chance the bubbles can fuck up my incisions with my healing inside. So before you say Weight loss surgery is the easy way out. And that's just for some people. It's not, because the lifestyle change times 1,000. Times 1,000. If you haven't gone through it yourself, you'll never understand. And I know some people have said they regret it, and some people say they don't, and some people have hard moments. And it's true. Sometimes it's hard. And people regret having it done because they're like, yo, I wish I just had my regular stomach back, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, I understand. But do you really wish you had your old stomach? Because you weren't making any changes when you had your whole stomach before. Would you have made changes then? Even if you know what you knew now, do you think you still would have made those changes? I don't think so. I don't think so, because we fall into old habits. But that's all I got for you now. I've rambled real long on this video, and I apologize. But enjoy the next couple of clips coming in. Comment below, subscribe, like, check out the Instagram, the TikTok. I might do a live Twitch session and see. But until then,
hey. So how you feeling?
good.
All right.
Nice.
Look at this power woman. Take her a walk. Now she's gonna check out the view outside.
All right, folks. Day 3 update. I've been able to get the gas out. Not all of it. Still struggling with some. But like I said, I was gonna show you my battle wounds. Total. Now, this one right here, when I was getting discharged, their nurse told me I could remove the stickies that were on my chest from my heart monitor. They had something monitoring my heart and stuff like that, and that was in the pocket of the gown. I said, okay. Removed all of them nice and slow. I looked down, so I had one left. I said, okay. I removed it. I removed it, I felt something tug. I was like, the fuck? I looked at it. Attached to the sticky part of it was the glue sealant for the incision. Whoever the nurse from the night before that put it on me placed the sticky shit right on top of that incision. That when I took off, it was open. I had to tell her, I was like, hey. When I took the sticker off, it took the glue off the incision. And she's like, really? I was like, yes, bitch. Why would I lie about that? Come look, come look. So, I got this special sticky shit here. Because the glue ripped off. Why would you put the sticky right there? Like, why weren't you looking more carefully where you're putting the stickies? All my others, glue covered up, chilling. That one looks like I got a piece of fucking masking tape on the bitch. Anyway, today was a good day. We went out, walked a bit in the grocery store, picked up a whole bunch of meats. Yes, I can't have them yet, but they're in the deep freezer with the Korean barbecue marinade that I bought for them too. Because when I can have my meats, I'm cranking the grill. And I'm going to eat. I don't care if it's just a forkful. I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah, it was a good day. Able to get rid of most of the gas, not all of it. Drinking more water, thank the Lord. But I kind of fucked up at my afternoon shake. So I'm going to double up with soup.
You start unlocking abilities. Your speed is relatively to get from one end of the map to the other.